Tesla owners recently unveiled like a new Easter egg, a new thing that Teslas can do. And it says when you say open butthole, what happens with a Tesla when you say that, it's programmed into the car to open and close the charging port. You've heard about it, right? Yeah, I mean, everyone is talking about Coinbase lately. It's like all over the news. It's everything with crypto news, everything in the stock market. Everyone is talking about Coinbase because this is probably one of the biggest IPOs in the last couple of years. It's over $100 billion, basically. And that puts it as one of the top 100 largest U.S. companies out there. It's absolutely insane, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. Welcome back to my show, guys. We go live every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time talking about the tech news, what's going on in business, and everything else like that. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We have a great time talking about everything tech. But Coinbase. So Coinbase officially had its IPO, its market debut, probably one of the craziest IPOs we've seen in a while. It puts it immediately as one of the top 100 largest companies in the US. And there's been a lot of traction, a lot of people talking about Coinbase lately, and there's going to be tens of billions of dollars being poured into this stock. So currently the stock ticker symbol is COIN. And really what this is doing, and this is legitimizing cryptocurrencies in general. Coinbase having its IPO is really a major milestone for crypto. It's legitimizing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all of these cryptocurrencies out there. It's also showing that, this isn't going away anytime soon. It's not going away ever. And it's giving large institutions a major opportunity to pour money into this stock. So previously, if you wanted to invest in, let's say, Bitcoin, and you were like a large institution, there was a lot of regulations in place. They couldn't invest directly in Bitcoin. The only way they could put money into it was putting money into something called GBTC, and that's Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. It's supposed to follow the price of Bitcoin. But now, with Coinbase having its market debut, now every single ETF out there that has money in Bitcoin is probably going to also put money in that has like a crypto portion of their portfolio. They're going to put some of their money into Coinbase. So any ETF, any investment bank that wants exposure to crypto, they're going to be putting money into Coinbase. So recently it had its IPO. This is really big. Not just a big deal, let's say, for crypto, but really just for the next generation of companies to go public. We're probably going to see now a massive influx of crypto companies going public because they saw how much Coinbase benefited from this. So I think Coinbase has a lot of potential moving forward. I think it had, a great first quarter in terms of revenue. It did like $1.8 billion in revenue, has 56 million verified users, 6 million monthly active users. So they're killing it. Couple risks, they are tied pretty closely to the price of Bitcoin, but I don't think that matters too much because now that they are public, any company out there that wants exposure to Bitcoin, any investment bank, any ETF, any trust that wants exposure to Bitcoin and crypto, they're going to be putting money into Coinbase. So this is a major milestone for cryptocurrency, a major milestone for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything related to crypto in general. But speaking of big news, New York is finally taking the step to allow e-scooters in the city. So previously, e-scooters have been banned from New York. They had not been allowed, but still people had find them. Somehow they end up in New York City. People had, they would ride them and they would keep transferring, rides, and eventually they'd end up in the city, but they were never allowed there. And right now, New York City is now having a pilot program where they selected 3 different companies. They selected Bird, Lime, and Veo Ride, which is a Chicago-based startup. They selected all 3 of these electric scooters to now be available in New York, and specifically only one of the boroughs. They're only going to operate in the Bronx. This is like a pilot program, and essentially each of these companies is allowed to deploy 1,000 scooters each if it goes well within a year. So that's going to be probably in summer of 2021. All of them are going to have 1,000 scooters deployed in the Bronx, And if that goes well, and if New York and the city likes it, well, then they're going to expand this program, allow each of these companies to have 2,000 electric scooters. And this is a really big deal. This has been one of the major markets that e-scooters have been trying to break into for a while now, but they just haven't been able to because of regulations, because of a lot going on. They just haven't been able to get into this market yet. And this is a massive opportunity, not only for electric scooter companies, but also for people in New York. You know, there'd been major concerns before about what are these companies, like, what are people going to do? Where are they going to park them? Are they just going to throw them in the middle of the road? Is it going to cause, maybe more accidents? Are they going to take up parking spots, which are very limited anyways? So a lot of people have been concerned about that, but now they're doing this pilot program and they'll see how it goes. I think, this is going to be overall pretty good for New York. The couple of issues are going to be, where are people going to put these scooters? Where are they going to put them? Because are they going to take up a lot of space on the sidewalk? Are they going to get in the way of people driving? Like, where are people going to put them when they're done with their rides? Because right now, where I live, I live in Atlanta, people put scooters just all over the place. And if you're walking in a very populated area, they're just like thrown on the side on the sidewalk, and they get in the way. So in New York, where it's much more congested, a lot more people, this could be an issue. Like, where are they going to actually be? Where are people going to put them when they're done riding? Are they just going to throw them on the side? Are there going to be designated spots for them? What's going to happen here? As of right now, there are no designated spots, but eventually I think there probably will be, just because this could be a big issue. One thing that these companies put in place, like Bird and Lime and Veo Ride, they all have like a photo verification where you have to take a photo to make sure that the scooter is standing up. So when you're done riding, you have to take a picture of the scooter to show that you parked it in like an area that is allowed and it's standing up. You didn't just throw it down. So those are things they already have in place, but still we'll have to wait and see what happens and what they do to make sure that this is something that, that isn't an issue. But either way, I think this is a great program. And next up after New York, big city is going to be London. London's going to have some, that's the next city I think we'll see have major moves into the e-scooter space. Speaking of electric vehicles, though, Tesla's semi-truck, they're looking to officially launch its semi-service program with a pretty surprising startup location. A lot of times you would expect Tesla to start up any new program, let's say in California or Texas, or let's say in Nevada. But no, this new program is being first rolled out in Canada. Surprisingly in Canada, but when you look into it a little bit deeper, it's not so surprising, because something important to remember is that Walmart is one of the biggest customers, one of the biggest companies that has placed a large order to reserve Tesla semi-trucks. Tesla semi-trucks have not yet come off the production line. It's supposed to start coming off in the end of 2021 and mass production in 2022. But they have ordered 130 trucks for Walmart Canada, and so it's very likely that they're starting this semi-service program in Canada to help with these Walmart trucks. But essentially, what this is a lot of truck makers right now. There's a lot of money that has to go into maintaining semi-trucks. And what companies do is they either do their own maintenance. Some manufacturers have like their own programs in place. Some companies use third-party services, or people who buy the trucks might do the servicing themselves. So there's like 3 different options. And what Tesla has really decided is that they're going to have their own servicing for the trucks. Because what they did is recently, on their website, you could see a new job offering called semi-service technician. And according to the job posting, it says, we're looking for experienced Tesla service technicians to support our upcoming new and exciting semi-service program. If you're looking to expand your horizons or have experience in the HD trucking industry, please see the opportunities below. Their goal is to find experienced Tesla technicians looking to take their careers to the next level. They'll be supporting early development and service creation, as well as be the first technicians to provide in-person service to their new customers. So this is pretty big news. Normally, a new program like this that would be launched Typically, they do a lot of their pilot programs, a lot of early programs in California, but this is going to take place in Canada. Speaking of something surprising that Tesla is doing is, I don't know if you've seen, but now in the website in Canada for Tesla has already started to advertise a Model 3 with only 93 miles of range, which is next to nothing. And it's significantly cheaper as well. A lot of people were curious as to why is Tesla offering a vehicle with 93 miles of range? That is such a random number. And why is it in Canada? Why are they doing this? So first of all Tesla vehicles, like, they don't have this Model 3 from a different Model 3 from the standard range ones. Isn't going to have any different battery. The only difference is going to be a software. A change in the software, like a software limit that they put in place to limit it to 93 miles of range. And by doing so, they're dropping the price pretty significantly. But the reason for this, as a lot of people are wondering, is, you told me about this, but in Canada, what they have is they have a specific incentive, like a federal government like tax incentive, essentially, that is for vehicles with base prices of $45,000 or less and cost no more than $55,000 after options. So by limiting it to 93 miles of range, what Tesla is now doing is they're putting that base price of the Tesla Model 3 at $44,999. So now it's below that $45,000 threshold for where people could qualify for that credit. And also, after a couple of other options that you could add on, even the $5,000 option, even for the $5,000 option, now it could be still under that $55,000 total limit, which means that now anyone who buys a Tesla in Canada with that shorter range, they can get that incentive back, that $5,000 incentive from the Canadian government. But really, I don't know why too many people would do this. 93 miles isn't a lot. That means you really can only drive 40 miles, 45 miles each direction. So you really can only drive, let's say, like an hour in one direction maximum before you would run out of battery. And that's if you're going like 45 miles an hour. So pretty interesting that they're doing this. I don't know exactly who would buy it, how popular it would be, because the range is just so low. But it's nice that, I guess, that they are giving people the option to take advantage of this incentive from the Canadian government. It's in place for a reason, so at least they're giving people the opportunity to take advantage of that. But I don't think it's going to be too popular, because people who are buying a Tesla anyways aren't probably going to be worried about that $3,000-$4,000 that maybe they could save, because only limiting yourself to 90 miles of range doesn't get you very, very far. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of Tesla news, another crazy thing is Tesla owners recently unveiled like a new Easter egg, a new thing that Teslas can do. And it says, when you say open butthole, what happens with a Tesla when you say that, it's programmed into the car to open and close the charging port. So essentially, someone on Twitter named Tesla Master said that it seems Tesla added a new feature called open butthole to your Tesla, and when you say that, the charge port will open. So right now, this doesn't work for all models out there. Some models, it might open up, let's say, the trunk, or it might open up the glove compartment. So don't try it when you're driving. But for many people, it opens and closes the charging station. You see in this video, it actually opens up the glove compartment rather than charging port. But either way, people seem to be uncovering new features that were programmed into Tesla for a while now. It seems like people He continued to uncover new features. And we know Elon Musk, he just, when there's an opportunity to include something that's different or, maybe make people laugh, he seems to always include all of these weird and different things into his vehicles. Teslas can already basically dance, opening and closing their doors. Now they have this feature, and there's so many others as well. So this is just pretty funny, something that no one probably would have. I wonder how this person figured out about this. Like, when would he ever say that? What was he doing or saying that would have made it so this open? Like, in what scenario would he say open or close butthole? I have no clue. I have no clue. But either way, pretty surprising thing that just happened with is Tesla. Switching gears. Genetic sequencing. So a lot of people have been hearing about gene editing, genetic sequencing because of ARK Invest and their genomics ETF and genomics stocks. Kathy Wood has said that genomics and that's, that area of healthcare is going to be the major driver of growth over the next couple of years. And now just recently, a new game-changing gene editing technique with CRISPR is entirely reversible. A new technique called CRISPR on, CRISPR off. This is essentially a significant upgrade to the traditional CRISPR gene editing system, which allows now, this new system allows scientists to target specific genes with high precision and make completely reversible changes. So if basically they can turn on or turn off any gene they want. And one thing in particular is that they've already are doing studies on specifically targeting, turning off one thing called tau protein, which is heavily implicated in the onset of Alzheimer's disease. So they said they can specifically turn this off. And potentially, this could be a cure for Alzheimer's and prevent Alzheimer's in tens of thousands of people. They said what we showed is that this is a viable strategy for silencing tau and preventing that protein from being expressed. And that means that they potentially could be finding, just at the early stages of finding a cure for Alzheimer's. And they said right now, delivering this into an adult human and turning off all of these different genes has not been fully fleshed out yet. But they know it's possible. They've done it on smaller scales. So now all they have to do is figure out how to actually implement this and use this in an actual adult human and figure out what they can do, because they already know it's possible to turn off all of these different things that could, they already know it's possible, and they've already done it where they can turn on and off specific genes. They could just silence them. So now with this technology already proven out, now it's how can they actually implement this and have some real world applications so they could potentially cure some major diseases out there and save millions of lives. But this is pretty cool. This is like just out of a movie that you're seeing. This is something that people have only thought was, out of a movie. People never thought this was possible until now. And previously, CRISPR gene editing was essentially it would target specific genes in human cells and snip the DNA strand, which would then repair itself, and they just relied on the cell's own repair mechanism to fix everything up. But now what they can actually do is just turn on and off specific genes. So pretty exciting. This is going to be the next generation of medicine. We're probably going to see many cures for many major diseases out there with this new technology. And it'll be interesting to see what comes from this, what else they'll be able to do. Switching gears. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Ford has been in the background developing an autonomous driving technology, something that could really compete with Tesla and their Tesla's autopilot system. And now Ford, they said later this year in 2021, they're going to be releasing their Blue Cruise self-driving tech to the Mach-E and F-150 later this year. And really, almost all of the Ford Mustang Mach-E's already have all of the hardware in place to have this self-driving technology and this driver assist technology. Only one of the models you'll need to like pay additional for it. And then they also said many of the Ford F-150s, F-150 Limited, they also come standard with the hardware. So right now, if you want to get the hardware, it's like an additional, let's say $2,600 package for some vehicles, because you need to have all the cameras in place. You need to have all of the different pieces of tech in place. But now they're saying that they're going to be rolling this out to a lot of people. Their goal is to get it rolled out to 100,000 vehicles by the end of this year. And what they said is that they've been testing this tech for hundreds of thousands of miles on US roads. And what the goal is to really compete with Tesla's self-driving technology. Ford, they've come out and called out Tesla because Tesla tests a lot of their tech on just real world, like they just send it out to people in beta versions and actual people are testing it. But Ford didn't really like that. They say their own team tests the technology out on the roads beforehand. They don't send it out to customers until it's fully tested. And they said that Ford and this autonomous driving technology, Blue Cruise, will be more clearly able to communicate when hands-free driving is available, depending on what roads they're on, depending on where the driver is. They said right now, Tesla and GM mainly use colors to signal when, the self-driving mode should be used or could be used. And Blue Cruise, they're going to be more clear in telling drivers, where it is safe to use these features. So right now, Ford says that the feature is going to be rolled out very soon in 2021. Right now, they don't have any lane change software integrated into this, so you can't change lanes, like automatic lane changes. But they said that'll be coming out later, hopefully later in 2021 or in early 2022. So right now, it's not as advanced as Tesla's autopilot, but they are working on it and should have a lot of these features integrated by the end of this year. Now on to Instagram. Instagram has been testing, turning off how many likes, like turning off the like feature. So you can't see how many people like a specific post or like a specific video. And some people had been really worried about this. A lot of influencers were saying, well, the brands they work with, this could hurt their engagement, how many likes they're getting. But this never seemed to be an issue because creators could always see on the back end how many people were liking their posts. But now Instagram says that they are actually testing letting users toggle like counts on and off, and they're giving people 3 different options. They said the 3 different options are that either you can choose not to see the likes, the like count on anyone's post. The second option is you can turn them off for your own posts. Or the third option is just to keep the original experience where you can see likes for all posts, your posts, and everything like that. They're saying that why they're doing this is because they want to give people a little more control over their experience, make their experience more customized to what they want, rather than Instagram making the decision, no one should be able to see likes, or we should turn off likes for these posts rather than their experience. I think this is probably one of the, smart move by them to really just allow people to control their own experience, make a customized experience to their liking on the platform, because not everyone out there wants to see how many likes or cares to see how many likes are on posts. Instagram has previously done this because they wanted people to focus more on, the actual content, the photos, the videos, and actual content rather than how many likes something has. So I think this is a move that we're probably going to see rolled out to Facebook soon. And I think we'll probably see this rolled out, not just a test version, but fully rolled out to Instagram pretty soon as well. I think this is going to be just another way to customize your experience, because really they're not changing anything. They're just giving people more of an option to customize how they use the platform. So I think we will see this rolled out to more people very, very soon. Hey, yeah, so Apple's having their big spring event on April 20th, 2021, and they have a lot of new products, new softwares, new updates that are expected to come out. So first of all, This event is expected to take place, and it will be held on April 20th, 2021 at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and all you need to do to access it is go to Apple's website. It's straight on their website, and that is where you can go. But some of the big things that we can expect, first of all, is they've been talking about Apple AirTags for a while now, and they've been in the works for over a year. For a while, they're going to have AI technology integrated in them to help you find everything. And Samsung actually has already beaten them to it. They've already gotten their AirTags, like their air trackers out there. But now Apple, we can expect to see AirTags, if not at this event, sometime in 2021, because they've been talking about these for a while now. We've heard a price of around $30 for the pair. So that is something that we can expect to see, if not at this spring event, but later this year. So there've been rumors around that. Another rumor of something that we probably can expect to see at this event will be Apple showing off potentially some new iMac computers powered by the company's new in-house M1 chip. So this is something that they've been talking about for a while as well. And you know, they recently discontinued the iMac Pro, so we can probably expect to see some big updates to the iMac very, very soon. Also to the MacBook Pro models and things like that. In addition to this, we're going to see iOS 14.5 major software update that offer new emojis, new ways to unlock your phone using an Apple Watch instead of your face, some new privacy changes, things like that as well. And finally, we also can expect, and there's been a lot of rumors around the iPad's speed and its screen. So right now, Apple is expected to upgrade the chips used in their iPad, and also a new screen technology called Mini LED. Currently, they use OLED displays in their smartphones, like in the iPhones. Those are more expensive, and even though they are better. So even though they're not going to be using those in their iPads, they are talking about using a new screen technology called Mini LED, which will have better power efficiency, better brightness, things like that. So this will be an exciting event. April 20th, 2021. Won't want to miss that. Not going to have, a new iPhone or something like that, but they are expected to release a lot of new and exciting products, including potentially the AirTags, which have been in the works for a while now. Moving on to Amazon. Amazon just unveiled new wireless earbuds called Echo Buds, which are smaller, cheaper, and have better noise cancellation than their previous model. Basically 2x the noise cancellation versus their previous model. And all of this is only $99 for the headphones, which is much cheaper than one of their big competitors, the AirPods Pro, which are $249 for the pair. So couple of big changes for the Amazon Echo Buds. Our first of all is with the size. Previously, there'd been a lot of complaints that the old Echo Buds were a little too big, a little too clunky, and weren't as comfortable. So now they've made them significantly smaller. The second thing is that noise reduction, noise cancellation. They explained how in these new Amazon Echo Buds, the noise cancellation is 2 times better than what it was in the first model. And the third thing is that while they are cheaper, Amazon also said that their charging case has been made smaller, and they offer a new upgrade where you can get the charging case with wireless charging. So this is a $20 upgrade. So if you do opt in to get a charging case with wireless charging, that would be $119 instead of $99. So it would be a little more expensive, but either way, this still puts it at half the price of Apple's AirPod Pros, and they have very similar features. So I know that Apple is high-end tech. Anyone who has an Apple product is all in that ecosystem. But if you're looking for a much cheaper version, a much cheaper model of quality like earbuds, Well, then Amazon Echo Buds look like one of the better options out there. I haven't tested them myself, and I don't have them, but in terms of price, quality, upgrades they've made, these look pretty exciting, especially since they're integrated into Amazon Alexa's network and everything there. So that's exciting. So we'll have to wait and see when they are officially rolled out, so we can actually review them, talk about them. But either way, these do look like they could be a pretty major competitor for AirPod Pros in terms of quality, design, functionality, and price especially. So we'll see what happens there. And now on to Elon Musk and the Boring Company. Boring Company, we don't hear too much about. All we know is that they're always building tunnels. They come out with some products every once in a while, like the flamethrower, the brick, and just random things like that. But finally, they officially unveiled a 0.8 mile segment of the tunnel that they've been working on in Las Vegas. And this is a little less than 5,000 feet, about 0.8 miles. And some people were disappointed by this. Some people were very excited. So Elon Musk had always talked about this project that he's been working on, explaining how, cars are going to be able to go 150 miles an hour. There's going to be no traffic. You could get from point A to point B extremely fast. And people were very excited about this. But now in this demonstration they did the other day, cars are only going 35 to 40 miles an hour. So some people were disappointed about this, but really, it makes sense. Like, how can you go 150 miles per hour in a 0.8 mile segment? Like, it would make absolute no sense to go that fast in that short of a tunnel. So they're continuing to work on it, but in my opinion, this is not like a proof of concept. They already knew it could work. This is more just like the first step in a long-term project that they're currently working on. The goal is to be able to go from LA to Las Vegas. So they have a long way to go, but either way, they said that they're going to continue to build on this, continue to expand it, and the goal is eventually to get it to go 150 miles per hour in the tunnel. So video of the current status is, you can see the tunnel is about 13 feet in diameter. And cars can currently go through it, 13.5 feet in diameter. Cars currently go through it much slower, but this is the first step in the right direction for them to really have a major tunnel that actually could go all the way from Las Vegas to LA. So we'll wait and see what happens, but some people were disappointed, but you can't expect it. You can't expect cars to be flying through this at 150 miles an hour when it's less than a mile long. It's just, that's unrealistic. So this is, the right step in the great step in the right direction for the Boring Company, and it'll be exciting to see how they continue to build this out. But that's really all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, you can get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.